Hey everybody, happy Wine Wednesday. My name's Marlon Shotland and I'm with Urban Bliss Life. And this is actually my first live, Facebook Live segment where I am sitting down. Usually I'm so used to just walking around, showing you events, that kind of thing. So bear with me here today. So for this Wine Wednesday, I thought we would talk about rosé. Saturday is National Drink Rosé Day. I don't know if you knew that, because of course there is a day for everything. And then not to be confused with August 14th, which is International Rosé Day. So you have two opportunities or two excuses to drink your rosé. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this segment here today is, one, because I feel like rosé is still getting a really bad rep in the United States, especially. When people think of rosé, they tend to think of really sweet, sickeningly sweet, super cheap blush wine. So they're probably thinking of white Zinfandel. But there are so many different types of rosés. So I'm really hoping to talk about and to dispel the myths that that's all that rosé is. And then two, because I wanted to really show all of you how great rosé is in Oregon. There's still, I just read on somebody's blog the other day, there was a comment from somebody that said, I didn't even know that Oregon had wine country. We have wine country. We have a lot of wine and we have some amazing wines. So today what I'm going to do is basically just talk a little bit about rosé. What it is, how it's made. I won't go into too many boring specifics because, first of all, I am not a sommelier. I currently do not yet have any fancy acronyms behind my name, but I do plan on working on that soon to get my WSET2. I know, very fancy, right? But I am a wine enthusiast is what I like to say. And we live right next to wine country, so I have access to some of, honestly, my biased opinion, some of the best wines that are available in the world today. So let's go ahead and start. So what is rosé? And if you guys have questions, feel free to pop them into the comments. I can sort of see them, and if I don't catch your questions while we're live and answer them live, then I will go ahead and just answer them after the segment. And also after this segment, I will put some links on there in the comments with links to where you can get each of these wines. And if you visit urbanblisslife.com today, I do have a blog post that is up with links to all of the wines I'm going to talk about and a couple of extras as well. And there you can go ahead and find out more about the wines and then also purchase them, hopefully, because they are fantastic. Okay, so first of all, why rosé? One, I love rosé because it's quite frankly affordable. Most rosés you can find for under $30. Most of them are around $20 to $25, and you can find some really excellent rosés out there for just about $9.99. So very affordable compared to other wines that you might find out there. And I think especially for the quality that you're finding these days. There are a lot of winemakers who are making exceptional rosés. Two, because they're diverse. If you like a more full-bodied wine, if you like a really light, crisp wine, you can find a rosé that's right for you, because basically it just depends on the type of grapes that they use, and then also the winemaker process in terms of the type of rosé that you can get. So you can get lots of different kinds of rosé. And two, it's just a great summertime, or three, this is three, it's just a great summertime sipper. You can enjoy these with food for sure, and I'll give you some wine pairing suggestions. But rosé is an awesome wine just to sit out on your back porch or on your patio at the beach with friends and just enjoy it on its own. It's a fantastic, fantastic wine just to enjoy under the sunshine. All right, so what is rosé? As I said earlier, I think that there is a myth out there that it is just that sickeningly sweet white Zinfandel. And if you do like white Zinfandel, no, I'm just kidding. If you do like white Zinfandel, that's fantastic. That's great. It's not my cup of tea, but it might be yours. White Zinfandel is actually one of the, and I think it is in the United States still, don't quote me on this because I know stats change quickly, but it has been the leading rosé, the best-selling rosé in the United States still to this day. but I think that's because that was what was highly produced before. Whereas now we're getting a lot more variety of rosés in the United States. So, quick story, when I was on the Anthem of the Seas cruise, I was at a cocktail making class, and there was a group of lovely ladies, but they were totally making fun of rosé. And so I just felt like they had no idea. They're from New York. They had no idea that there were some fantastic rosés out there. So I definitely feel like I need to dispel this myth that it's just white Zinfandel. Rosé, how they make a rosé, there's also a myth that you basically just combine white wine with red wine, and that's how a rosé is made. Not true. And actually that's a big, huge no-no in the winemaking industry. You don't just combine white and red wine together. So it gets its color basically from maceration. So that is how much contact the juice has with the skin of the grapes. So in terms, I think we lost, there we go. So it's gonna go in and out. I apologize for that. Sometimes our Wi-Fi is a little bit wonky here. All right, so maceration. It's basically how much contact this the juice has with the skin of the grapes. So with rosé, they basically just wait until it gets to this nice whatever color they would like, and then they pull the skin from the contact. So basically, I think on average it's about 2 to 3 days on skins with contact, and it's just obviously less than red wine. So that is how rosé is made, my very non-technical explanation of it. But let's go ahead and talk about the different kinds of rosés. There are about 10 to 12 different types of rosés because they could be made with so many different types of grapes. I'm going to talk about 2 main ones here today. There's also another one that's on the blog that I don't have a sample of here for you to look at, which is a Cabernet Sauvignon Rosé, which is a lot richer. If you like that full-bodied, oh, thanks for the hearts. I love seeing the hearts go by on Facebook Live. That's so fun. If you like a more full-bodied wine, I would look for a Cabernet Sauvignon Rosé. There's an excellent one that is out of Antolin Cellars, and there is a link to them on my blog where you can find out more about them. It's based in Yakima in Washington, and it is amazing. It is what I would call the red wine lover's rosé. Pinot Noir rosé is my personal favorite, and probably because we can find it so much here in Oregon, because we are in the land of great Pinot. So with this is one of my favorites. It's Stoller, and these are 2015s that I have here. I think this one's a 2015 as well. 2015 was an awesome year in the Pacific Northwest for rosé wine. So if you're out there looking for different varietals and vintages, look for 2015 Pacific Northwest rosé. Let's talk about Stoller. So this one is $25, and it's an awesome value, I think. So it's basically whole clustered stainless steel fermented. It is a beautiful, you can see the difference between the colors. This is a Pinot Noir rosé. This is kind of watermelon pink. It's a beautiful, nice pink. And then this one here from Gilbert Cellars, this is actually a Mourvèdre rosé. And Mourvèdre is a grape that is mostly grown in France, south of France. However, it can be grown anywhere. I think it's about 78% Mourvèdre, yes, and 22% Grenache. So this one, even though it is a beautiful coral hue, almost like a light salmon coral hue, this one is actually quite full-bodied compared to the Pinot Noir Rosé. So this one, let me double check here. This one is only $20 at Gilbert Cellars, and Gilbert Cellars is also in Yakima. I recently went on a Yakima craft beverage tour, which was so much fun, and I learned so much about all of the fantastic craft beverages that are out there. Oh, we got a, hi Terry, how are you? Durant Vineyards, let's talk about Durant here. Okay, so Stoller is in Oregon. It's one of my favorite vineyards. We're actually, full disclosure, wine club members there. We're there a lot. It's close by. It's a beautiful family-friendly vineyard. Their rosé, their 2015 rosé, stainless steel, nice bright acidity, so fresh. I love this wine. Okay, let's talk about Durant. Since Terry, hi Terry, was talking about Durant. So I'm trying to read your comment. It's so far away. Oh, that's awesome that you had an amazing experience there. I just saw Paul Durant yesterday, who is the owner of Durant Vineyards, and it's a family-owned vineyard, which is so similar to many other Oregon vineyards, and it's one of the reasons I love Oregon wine country. I've been to Sonoma, I've been to Napa, I've been to France, but not the south of France, and other wine regions, and I just love how the Pacific Northwest is still so very much family-run businesses. It just makes it much more personal. There's a lot of passion that goes into the winemaking here, and definitely true about Durant Vineyards. They are located in the Dundee Hills. Beautiful, beautiful vineyard. I was just there yesterday. They've got all of their nice Adirondack chairs out. It's associated with Red Ridge Farms. So they've got the beautiful Oregon olive mill out there. But anyway, let's talk about this rosé. This rosé is also only $25. Let me just double check. $25. It's the Pinot Noir Eva Lucia Rosé. So this one is made with 100% Pommard grapes. It's fermented in 100% stainless steel. It's a nice, clean, well-balanced rosé. I would say it is similar to the Stoller Rosé. This one is probably a little bit brighter in acidity for me. And I like that as well, but the Durant Vineyards Rosé is also a beautiful one to sit outside, sip on one of those Adirondack chairs, looking out over the Willamette Valley. It's beautiful. So the Pinot Noir rosés, some people ask about food pairings for these. And the Pinot Noir rosés, I would say they go well with, just like most rosés, any other summertime foods. So a light chicken salad, any sort of fruit salad they would go really well with. Strawberry shortcake, because a lot of the Pinot Noir rosés have some strawberry flavors to them. Strawberries, raspberries, watermelons, all of those fruit flavors you'll find in the Pinot Noir rosés. So these go really well with pretty much almost any food that you would bring to a picnic. Whereas the Mourvèdre rosé, I would say it would go well with those also, but you can definitely, because it's a little bit meatier, you could definitely use this with like grilled lamb. So some of the heavier meats, some of the heavier salads, heavier cheeses, I would definitely pair with a Mourvèdre rosé. Oh, let's see, what else did we want to talk about here today? I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to introduce you to some of the amazing rosés that are out there. I know I speak really fast, and so hopefully you can do the replay. I apologize for talking so quickly, but I also don't want to take up too much of your time. Definitely check out Oregon Wine Country Rosés. There are a lot of amazing ones from the Willamette Valley. Yakima Valley has some fantastic rosés as well right now. Yakima, Walla Walla, I know has some great rosés because they just have some amazing reds that grow out there, and some of the producers are creating some fantastic rosés who've never done rosés before. So definitely check out urbanblisslife.com. The post that is up today for Wine Wednesday does have links to all of these wines and then some other suggestions and other tips for pairings with rosé as well. If you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section here, and I will definitely try to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you for bearing with me for my very first sit-down Facebook Live video. And I will be coming to you live. Let me see, when's the next time? I'm not sure when the next time will be, but very soon. I will be back very soon. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. Have a good Wine Wednesday.